Ну не знаю, я запустил опять. Сейчас пока ничего не высвечиваю. Жди, там должно прийти приглашение. Блядь, сейчас опять начнется, сука. Так. Да, блядь. Да иди ты нахуй, ёбаный. Да нихуя. Он-то на меня. Да я знаю, она меня вот запиздила в прошлый раз. Да. Да, вон она, блядь, шлюха. Интересно, я латте могу нацелиться, да? Сука. Сейчас ебу. Ну хули ты еще долго будешь перезаряжаться? А вот провести критическую атаку. Это критическая атака. Да. Да я ее вообще случайно выбрал. Я ходил с роботом. А мне чтобы квест ее выполнить, этот сюжет века. Бля, нихуя меня там здоровье снижает. Ой, бля. Кого? Сюжет века-то? Но она висела. Нет. Там нельзя было выбрать. Типа диалог этот. Для задания, пока ее не возьмешь. Сейчас, подожди. Это тогда приостановится. Сейчас настройка. Дополнительные настройки. Так, наверное, вот это, да, включить звук, полученный с микрофона гарнитуры, вот это вот. Сейчас посмотрим, будет или нет. Пиздец, хламанин. Ну. Сейчас, короче, я по-быстрому разберу. Ну и потом идет. Сейчас, да, еще вот эту хуйню попробую. Так, дополнительные настройки общего доступа к звуку.
All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report.
Something if you need me to.
report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom. It's 5 p.m. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
If you could all just wait over there.
A ghoul? I don't know about this.
Just
This
a
is
moment and we
Radio
can
Freedom,
begin.
broadcasting
Please,
all day, all
step
across
forward.
the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen
Ah,
alerts.
yes. Welcome. Welcome.
So, this here's a vault, right?
Quite correct. And you could be one of our lucky new residents.
You do got food in this vault, right?
Of course. And a chance at a new life. A question or two first, however. What do you think is the role of a good government?
Government? What the hell are you talking about?
It's all right. We're the good guys. Just answer the questions.
Yeah, right. Just so you know, I got my eyes on you. Don't do anything funny.
You won't do for our special assignment. But welcome to our vault. Your new home. If she is representative of what's left above, the outside world must be rougher than I imagined. Are you ready for the next interview?
Why didn't she work as a test subject?
Skeptics and cynics rarely produce good data. No, we need someone willing to cooperate.
Let's continue.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Vault 88.
This is a real nice place you have here. Real nice. And I can go wherever I like, right?
Within reason, yes. But I have a question for you.
Sure. What do you want to know?
A hypothetical. Let's say the reactor core is melting down, and you're the only one who could stop it.
Is there something wrong with your reactor?
No, it's fine. Just pretend. So you can stop the meltdown. But you'd suffer from extreme radiation exposure. What would you do?
Well, whatever you'd like. If you don't mind, I'm anxious to look around.
Stay safe out there, people.
If you're thinking about ripping us off, don't.
I can see the writing on the wall here.
I think it's best you just leave. Goodbye. What a colorful gentleman. Clearly he won't work for our experiments. Here's hoping third time's a charm.
Just for clarification, what's specifically wrong with him?
An obvious liar would invalidate any subjective responses we need from a test subject. No, he just wouldn't do it all.
Let's do the next interview then.
As you say.
7 p.m.
Hello.
Radio Freedom.
Welcome to your new home.
All
Wow.
quiet here.
A real overseer. I am so happy to be here. Hi. My name is Clem.
Yes. Clem, is it? Before you settle in, I have some questions.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll answer anything you like.
Well, that's good. Here's a scenario. You've been assigned guard duty. You know, stand watch and make sure outsiders don't breach the perimeter. But from inside the vault, you hear a woman screaming. What would you do?
You want me to guard something? Sure. I can do that. I can do that right now, if you want. But I don't hear any screaming, Lady Overseer.
Would you help the lady or not?
Yeah, sorry. Well, if you tell me to guard, I guard. And I won't leave my post unless you tell me to. Is that okay?
Another question for you. What can you tell me about your mother?
Oh, she passed. But she was nice. You would have liked her. She killed a mole rat once.
Really? That's remarkable. Describe the traits you most admire about her.
Well, she was strong because of the mole rat, and she fed me. God, I'm sorry. This place is so much better than the ditch I was living in.
Surely there are other traits you liked about her.
Well, no matter how bad things got, she put us kids first. She fought until the end, too.
We're looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes. I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes. I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. Now that we have, Clem, we are ready to begin. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
Can we trade a few things?
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
I'll do well. Promise.
Hey,
What you got for me?
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
But doesn't society benefit from healthy citizens?
Overall, our research indicates it does not. True, some short-term medical costs are mitigated. But exercise leads to longevity, which extends how long the elderly drain the vault's resources. No, exercise overall is a societal ill we should and can cure.
Settlements can always use power.
Precisely. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral...
What? Overseer?
Oh, Clem. Don't worry yourself. This model won't suffer from those defects.
Oh, good.
Well... probably. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
It's 9 p.m. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's just past 10 p.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. out there. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
I'll do well. Promise.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
This is all there is to
Nothing
it?
to report at the moment. Stay tuned
So
for updates.
I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun. Ow! What? You cycling. Ow! Broken. I'll just keep pedaling.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom.
If you wanted to make me a second printing
Nothing to
press,
report.
while
Keep
you're
it
at
tuned
it.
here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. 7 p.m. here at Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Train.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you! Gonna kill you!
Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail, and learn the history of. Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail.
Tell me about the Freedom Trail.
Starting here at Boston Common, follow the red path as it winds its way through our great city's streets. Markers on the trail are placed at many famous historic sites. See Paul Revere's house, the Old North Church, the Old State House, Bunker Hill, and many more. Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Let us go back hundreds of years. It is the year 1775. For 7 years, thousands of British soldiers have camped on this very soil in their order, led by the
The officers are assembled.
4 days. Lieutenant Colonel, once there.
But what?
Take care.
So, and...
Sure.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Hey, something's up.
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Doesn't seem like a great place to live.
This is Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Look at me!
Nothing. At least not sure what that looks like. one R. The trail ends right at the church.
They never just want to talk. Back down. Real shame to see a place like this neglected.
This is Radio Freedom. All day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
It spins. So, that's not right.
Blue! Company! Hold your own there, Blue.
11 p.m. out there. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
So it starts with R? No. Have to start over. Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
It's midnight here at Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Put down your weapons first.
Until I determine you're not a threat, we'll point our weapons wherever we damn well please. Who told you how to contact us?
I just heard a rumor about you guys in Diamond City.
I see. Last question. Why are you here?
Let's say, hypothetically, I've come into possession of a Courser chip. Would you be able to help?
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Who are you people exactly?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friend.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 1 a.m.
Excuse me.
We having fun yet?
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
We having fun yet?
Decoding a Courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a Courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages.
Right.
This is
Some
Radio
ground
Freedom.
rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done,
Nothing to report.
we get the
Keep it
Courser
tuned here
chip.
for updates.
Why do you want the Courser chip?
Institute tech is light years beyond what we have. And a Courser chip is top of the line. I'm not going to get into details, but that chip could help us save lives. Maybe throw a wrench in some of the Institute's operations. So, hand over the chip.
No way. That chip is mine.
To anybody else in the Commonwealth, all you have is 2 caps worth of salvage. With us, that data is priceless. But we're not just going to give that away. Talk to me again if you change your mind.
Minutemen alerts.
Hi.
Made up your mind. We decode the courser chip for you, but after that, it's ours. Deal?
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
Hi.
Give Tom time. He'll get that chip decoded.
We're in. Chip accessed.
Any news on
So damn law connected.
He was in the entryway when the SRB blew the door.
What? Oh man, don't crash.
He was by the goddamn elevator. Scarecrow's gotta be alive.
Scarecrow's
This is Radio Freedom,
All right.
broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
Spit it out.
Nothing new to
man.
report.
They've added more
Tuned here
decimals
for
to the last
Minutemen
cipher.
alerts.
This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh, man, we got lucky. I got you, you institute bastard. I got you.
I'm not talking to you.
Software in. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. There, we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, does?
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me. Everyone's all, you've been hitting the chems way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
So did she make it to the border?
Still waiting to hear from Randolph.
I heard the runners hit resistance near Concord.
Well, the whole safe house is dark now. Could be weeks.
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
I just want to know if it was worth it.
Don't we all?
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
Don't try anything, stranger.
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
Hey, don't try anything,
Nothing
stranger.
to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
All processes are busy.
Pam.
Processing. Unknown human entity. Your arrival was not calculated.
What do you mean it wasn't calculated?
Temporarily unable to process verbal input. Still processing. Preliminary adjustments to statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will most likely be Pam. Predictive analytic machine.
Do you work for the railroad?
Yes. My goals and the railroad organization have a high degree of correlation. They provide data. I provide first-order approximations of the behaviors of all residents of the region, designated Commonwealth. Rephrasing. I predict the future.
You see the future?
That is this unit's primary goal. Caution. Biological life forms behave erratically, unpredictably. All output subject to an extremely high margin of error.
Just how inaccurate are you?
The smaller the group, operation complete. Query.
I'm from Vault 111, if that's what you mean.
Accessing. Vault 111. Cryo Vault. Elite.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Don't try anything, stranger.
What's the angle here?
This is Radio Freedom. It's 4 a.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page.
Don't try anything,
You know
stranger.
what synth is, right?
I've heard rumors. What are they really?
The Institute created them. Synthetic humans. They're mostly organic, part machine. Somewhere along the line, they became more than just constructs. They think, they feel, and they act just like you and me. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
Aren't synths just machines? And machines are tools.
They started that way. But if it's impossible to tell a single difference between a synth and a human, they must be treated the same. So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
Once, I pledged my life to protect my countrymen. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. Someone with your skills, your beliefs. Normally, we'd try and recruit you. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Desdemona.
Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you're coming.
Hope you didn't mind the reception.
Hey,
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Do you really have to be so cagey?
Wasn't what I'd call a warm welcome.
The precautions are necessary. In our business, if we underestimate our enemy's capabilities, it's game over. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
I've heard a lot of things about you. Enough to want to give you a chance. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The railroad needs you.
You sure you need me? Desdemona didn't seem to care.
She's just thinking of the time and manpower it would take to train you. And if you were some hick from the burbs that didn't know your ass from a... But I'm betting someone like...
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad...
Mm-hmm. What's the job?
So, up front, the only thing I'll say is that it's gonna be a wild and dangerous...
Uh-huh.
Radio Freedom, broadcasting
Sign me up, then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington.
Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Vault 81. And I got some questions for the folks down here.
Hold it right there. Vault 81 security. I don't know where you got your hands on a working Pip-Boy, but you better start talking.
Vault 81. You're still up and running?
Yeah. Pretty good observation there, genius. Now about that Pip-Boy.
I got it in Vault 111.
Vault 111? Haven't heard of that one yet. And what sort of business are you looking to take care of here in 81?
What's with the third degree?
It's called protocol. Think we just let anyone in here? Think again.
All
Who is
quiet,
it, Edwards?
Which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Ma'am, some new Commonwealth traveler. Not one of our usual traders.
Well, if someone wants in, they can earn it like everyone else. Let me speak to them. For newcomers, we like to operate on exchange. You help us, we help you.
Depends. I need more details.
Fair enough. Fusion cores. 3, to be exact. You get the fusion cores. We grant the access.
What do you need them for?
I'm no engineer, but I've been told we need them to help supplement our power generators. So if the task seems trivial to you, I assure you, it's very important to us.
I already have the fusion cores you need.
Really? Well then, I suppose I should say welcome. I'll be down to meet you at the entrance.
Come on, Gwen. My guys have been working doubles for weeks now. They need a break.
Everyone's working hard right now, Cal. You think I don't know that? Just do the best with what you can. That's all I'm asking.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. But you and I both know we can't keep going on like this.
Sorry about that. As you'll soon see, we have a few maintenance projects underway. Gwen McNamara, Overseer. Welcome to Vault 81. Here, we pride ourselves on having maintained a successful vault over these past 2 centuries. We'd like to be completely self-sufficient, but there are certain resources we can't provide ourselves.
Why do you keep yourself so isolated?
Why not? We have warm beds, clean clothes. a solid roof over our heads. Our food and water are radiation-free. We don't deal with the elements or raiders. We're safe here. And for some, that safety and stability is what counts.
Aren't you curious about the Commonwealth and what it has to offer?
Of course. But my duty is to these people and keeping them safe. We receive a few select traders often enough to stay well informed. That's why I like to use a give-and-take system. If outsiders are willing to help us, we're willing to help them. Speaking of, if you're ready, I can take those fusion cores from you.
How often do you end up trading with the outside?
More often than you may think. A couple of times a month, I'd say. It also helps us keep up with Commonwealth news. And the fusion cores? You do have them, don't you?
Of course. Here they are.
Thank you. Dr. Pensky will greatly appreciate these. Now, I have work to do.
Ma'am, what about his friend here?
I'll allow it. Security is already extra mindful as it is. If he's lived this long in the Commonwealth, I'm sure he's chosen his friends wisely. If you need anything else, I'll be in my office.
Another outsider. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Hey there.
So, we got a new visitor today. Don't say anything, but man, I'd love to be out there. So, we got a new visitor today. Don't say anything, but man, I'd love to be out there.
If you want to leave, why don't you just go?
Wish it was that easy. It's scary leaving the vault. And the Commonwealth? It's all so unpredictable.
It takes some preparation. I'd learn how to use a gun and be ready to use it before I went out there.
I've never even touched a gun. Now, I can't even say if our security has seen any real combat, but with the hours we're working these days, I'm not even sure where I'd find the time to practice.
Why the long hours?
We're just making sure this roof over our heads doesn't cave in on us. They say it's all the moving parts that have us working around the clock these days. Structurally, I guess 81 is still pretty sound. Vault Tech sure knew what they were doing when they set these places up. Well, I don't want to keep you, and I gotta get back to work. Maybe I'll see you around.
Don't try anything.
Excuse me, officer.
Dr. Pensky runs a hydroponics lab here. She may have some work for you, if you're interested.
Another outsider. What'd they let you in for?
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen.
What's with the attitude?
I don't trust outsiders. We didn't need your help before, we don't need it now. The Overseer never should have opened up the vault to your kind.
What do you have against outsiders?
All outsiders do is take advantage of you. You're nothing but selfish animals.
How do you know? Did something happen?
Let's just say I learned my lesson the hard way.
Is that your Pip-Boy? It better be.
No signs of radiation.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
The work never
Nothing to
ends in
report.
Vault 81.
Stay safe, people.
Yeah?
Hey, Ashes. What are you doing up here? Ashes,
Hey.
where are you going?
It's been a while since someone from the Commonwealth last visited us.
Aaron's not going to like this. Who's she? Your bodyguard?
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
We keep the vault safe.
Sorry about the maintenance. It never ends these days.
What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
I expect you'll both stay out of trouble.
Hope you're not making any trouble. Now that you made it in, we'll be keeping an eye on you. So do us all a favor and behave yourself.
Tell you, I have heard that they have taken over the castle.
It's 1 p.m. This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Hey, mister, are you really from the Commonwealth?
Yeah? Why do you want to know?
I never met anybody from the Commonwealth before. I thought maybe you might want someone to show you around. Just 5 caps?
Sure, but I'm not paying you.
If you're that cheap, forget it. You can find your own way around.
Hi, Austin.
Someday,
Easy to
I'm gonna
forget
check
places
out the
like this
Commonwealth.
even exist.
If my grand lets me.
I'm heading out. Don't wait up.
You need a doctor. Forsyth and Rachel are down at the medical
need your
center.
help here.
They can patch you up.
She's looking pretty bad in there.
Please, you haven't needed my help in years. Whatever it is, it can wait.
Oh, so Aaron and I can just wait? You're gone more than you're here. Whatever happened to loving husband and father?
Stop nagging at me, Alexis.
Hey.
So you're the new guy. I heard we let someone into the vault. How long do you plan on sticking around?
Excuse me. Piper right.
Long enough to have a good look around.
Well, hopefully that means not long. We can take care of ourselves here in 81. We don't need to be letting in every stray traveler that comes our way.
Oh, you know, it's probably nothing to worry yourself about. Thanks for your time. Where did I put those screws? Our Commonwealth guest, welcome to the depot. And pardon the clutter, I don't get much time to tidy up these days.
No time? Why not?
Ugh, where to begin? When you're dealing with items that are all over 200 years old, work just accumulates like crazy. Some days it's all I can do to keep my head above water. But you probably don't want to hear about all that. Let me know if you want to take a look.
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Great. I have all sorts of odds and ends.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Need to check the water pumps again. The water smells funky.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting
Anything I can get you
across
today?
the Commonwealth.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Well, there's my husband Halt, but once you need him, he's nowhere to be found. I swear the cat is more help than he is.
Why do you say that?
I really shouldn't get into it.
It's all right. You can tell me.
I really shouldn't. Thanks. Let me know if there's anything I may be able to...
Hopefully 81 will quit her fussing long enough to give us folks a decent break.
Hey, Calvin.
Sorry, new guy. Not a lot of time to talk right now.
Not even for just a moment?
A moment? Well, I suppose. Not like I actually want to get back to work.
What do you do here?
Me? I'm just the lucky sucker in charge of maintenance here. Sorry if you heard me bickering with the overseer earlier. She and I don't always see eye to eye.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report.
So, there's a lot of upkeep going on right now.
Hell, you could say that again. Old 81 here, she's a straight-up wreck. Pretty solid for a while, easy enough to keep up with her needs, but in the last few years or so, damn, she got feisty. Been going through tools like they were going out of style, so if you got any, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
How much are you paying?
I'd say 15 caps per tool. Overseer won't let me go higher, but I'll take as many as you can grab.
Sure, you got yourself a deal.
Stupendous. One less thing to bug the overseer about. Anyway, here I am running my mouth when there's work to do. Sorry I can't talk longer, stranger, but mind the maintenance.
Dr. Forsyth is asking to see you when you have a moment.
Nice.
It's 3 p.m. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Did you try rebooting the... Oh, you already got it. Nice.
Some of our residents aren't as thrilled about outsiders as most, so please, don't think they speak for all of us.
Hope that Pip-Boy belongs to you.
Your Pip-Boy ever act up on you? Mine's been glitchy lately.
I
heard we had a trader in today.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Hybridization. It's got to be a flaw in the hybridization.
Huh?
Thanks, Horatio. I love it. I didn't think I'd ever make it in with the hours I've been working.
But you did, and now you look completely refreshed. Just remember, a couple months and you come back and see me again. Now, off with you. Get some rest.
No promises there, but I'll try. Nice Pip-Boy. If it ever starts acting up on you, see Alexis. She'll
Excellent.
fix it right up.
I was hoping you'd stop by. Now I know from experience that Commonwealth shows no mercy when it comes to hair. So, how about a trim?
You've been outside of the vault?
Quincy, born and raised. My mother, may she rest in peace, she was a doctor. Imagine her surprise when she learned I'd rather cut hair than stitch people up. But enough about me. How about that hair of yours?
Did you say you were from Quincy?
Sure did. Looks like I was one of the lucky ones, too. Last I heard, gunners are taking her over.
Any news going around?
They say Holt is running around on his wife. Apparently, he and Tina DeLuca are secretly getting together. But never mind about them. Your hair is a disaster. You have to let me fix it.
I'll think about it.
Hopefully, I'll see you back again soon.
Coming to you from, the Jewel Green...
Excuse me.
You should stop by and see Horatio while you're here. Can't imagine you come across many barbers in the Commonwealth.
4 o'clock.
You're
You're tuned to Minuteman Radio.
Austin Engel.
Damn,
All
this
quiet
strain
here.
is doing quite
Stay
well.
tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Very little discoloration. Strong cellular plant structure. I'll have to see how it holds up to exposure. Ah, you'll do perfectly. I'm in need of a willing test subject to try this new strain of fruit I've created.
Why?
It's a new strain of mute fruit that I just developed. It should be nutritious and remove radiation poisoning. But I need a test subject to try it.
Sure. I like fruit.
Excellent. Just tell me how it tastes and how it makes you feel. Now, where did I put that Geiger counter?
Excuse me, Dr. Pensky.
Did you try the fruit? Tell me, how was it?
To Radio Freedom.
So, is this your life's work?
Just a small part of it. My hope is to create a strain of foods that have increased resistance to radiation. What good is fresh produce if it's always contaminated by its environment? That particular strain of mute fruit should do well, but I wasn't certain how the hybridization would affect the flavor and the texture.
It was good. No adverse effects.
I knew it. This is good progress. I'll have to start a new batch right away. Since you've been so helpful, maybe you can help out in another capacity. You see, I need these plants to conduct my studies, and they take some special nourishment, especially the carrots. If you could keep an eye out for fertilizer while you're out in the Commonwealth, I'll be more than happy to compensate you for your efforts.
How much are you paying?
I'll give you 25 caps, non-negotiable. I know how you outsiders enjoy your bartering, but I've never been any good at it.
Sure, I can do that.
Really? Great. I was dreading. Just bring by whatever you can find whenever you have the time.
Freedom. It's 5 p.m. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Calvin's always looking for tools. I heard he'll pay caps if you got them.
I'll be damned if that
give
whole
for
duck
some
isn't gonna
real-time
need
watching.
replacing.
Poor Erin. Her cat got loose in the Commonwealth.
I heard Alexis promised one to Erin, and I know how you hate to disappoint the little ones.
Hey there.
Those pies are going to be for Calvin and his crew. Lord knows they could use a treat right now.
Hey,
you must be
try
that
telling
new
that to Erin
traveler
and breaking
Gwen
a little
lady.
girl's heart.
It's always
I didn't
nice to
realize
see
my
a new
wife was
face
so
around here.
cold-blooded.
Who's Gwen?
Oh, Gwen's the overseer, but I could never get used to calling her that. I've known that girl since she was in diapers. If you need any food for the road or just feeling hungry, you let me know. Our menu isn't quite as exotic as the Commonwealth, but it'll do in a pinch.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Heavens no, I'd be a wreck. My husband, Mark, he helps me, though mostly with the tasting.
Is it hard work feeding everyone here?
It used to be easier. Back when I was young, we had more supplies than we could count. Why, my mother taught me some recipes that had ingredients that... well, I doubt you could find them anywhere anymore. Since we started trading, we managed well enough, but the variety... let's just say it's more than a bit lacking. It was easier back then, you know. Supplies were high, and the dangers outside were both severe and unknown. Poor Gwen didn't know what she was getting into when she accepted the role of overseer.
How is Gwen doing as the overseer?
It weighs on her, I can tell. We need help from the Commonwealth, but a few people, they don't care for it. Not to mention the state of the vault. Upkeep's got people working round the clock these days. Even me. If people are going to be up all night working, they'll need a good meal to keep them going.
Let's see what you got.
Take your time.
Another new face in the vault, eh? What is it we're needing now, fella?
I gave some fusion cores to the overseer.
Fusion cores? Must be for something high-tech. I was hoping for a crate of mute fruit myself. The people here, they're a bit overworked these days. Some blame the overseer. But it ain't Gwenny's fault. Poor girl. Just landed the right position at the wrong time.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
What's going on? Why are people so overworked?
Well, you live in the same place for 200 years. Time just takes its toll. Until the overseer opened the vault to the traders, we were just slapping on one Band-Aid after the next. Now we're just scrambling to keep old 81 together.
It's not easy being a leader.
Truer words were never spoke. I wouldn't want her job in a million years. Well, I best be getting back to it. Don't want the old lady on me again. 62 years old and still fiery as ever.
If you think you might be able to lend a hand, talk to Calvin. He may have a job for you.
Huh?
Seeds. I'll need more seeds.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
There's a story here. We'll find it.
Please direct any maintenance requests to Mr. DeLuca. They will be handled...
Staying pretty busy these days?
Quite so. Mr. DeLuca has made it his life's work to occupy my time. Not only do I specialize in reactor maintenance, but now I am trained in doing his laundry, fetching libations, and generally picking up after him.
Does he help out with any other work?
If memory serves, the last bit of work he performed was when Mr. Whittaker forced him to clean up the supply room. He was also quite vocal about his distaste for the job.
Hey, outsider. Do me a favor. If my good-for-nothing brother asks you for Jet, tell him to buzz off.
Who's your brother?
His name's Bobby, and he's my poor excuse for a twin, so you can get a good idea of what he looks like. Look, he's a junkie, but he's getting careless. If he gets caught, we're both in trouble. And as much as I'd like to leave this canned paradise, that's not how I want to go.
You want to leave the vault?
More than you know. There's gotta be more to life than this vault. But if I leave, it's on my own terms, not because Bobby screwed it up. Now I admit, I've got my own share of the blame here. Bobby gets his chems from me, and I keep him on a short leash. But not anymore. I'm cutting off his useless ass.
Why would you feed his habit?
He's my brother, and he's overworked. I give him a little Jet, and he perks up. He seems happy, I feel better. Done. Now that it's getting out of control, it's another story. He wants to put me at risk, he gets cut off.
7 p.m. here at Radio Freedom.
If he's addicted, it won't help. He'll get his chems somewhere else.
Why do you think I'm talking to you? The only other place he could get chems is from outsiders. Believe me, if someone else was dealing in this can, I'd know.
Hey, the outsider. You lost? No trading going on down here.
Where am I?
Generator room, can't you tell? Look, I'm not even sure if you're allowed in here. Most of the trading's done in the atrium. Oh, and hey, if you got any Jet on you, I may be willing to take it off your hands. Say 75 caps?
Who's it for? You?
Me, myself, and I. Don't worry, I'm not into selling. That...
Sure. Here you go.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man. Just don't let Tina know. She'd be all over my ass.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
Fix this, fix that. Never ends.
Nothing to
Good thing
report
we
at the
have old
moment.
Rusty.
Stay tuned for
Nothing would
updates.
ever get done around here.
Security's too good.
Sorry about the maintenance.